Hey guys, what's up? This is my Harley Davidson. It's a 2008 Softail Rocker C. It hasn't been ridden for a couple of years and battery was dead, so I replaced the battery and it was cranking, but it didn't fire up. I did notice, however, that when the ignition was on and I'd turn the run switch on, I wasn't hearing the fuel pump go through its normal 2-second priming cycle. So I checked the fuse. It's this little guy. The back here is the fuel pump fuse, and I was getting power there as well. And then I also checked I was getting power up to the console connector with the multimeter, and electrically it seemed fine. I've got the console off and I've got the fuel pump and fuel regulator out. They're over here. And I've jerry rigged up a little test harness to apply power to the fuel pump. And sure enough, it wasn't running at all. So I tried tapping it with a bit of, this is an old metal chisel, tapped it a few times and it wouldn't run. I was almost giving up on it, but I tapped it this way and sure enough it fired up. So I'll give you a demo of how it's running at the moment. So basically just tap this connector onto the terminal to apply power to it. You can see it's working like a champion. Sounds a bit like a dentist drill. So just got back from a Harley dealer. I did get a fuel filter, so I shall assemble that and see if it fires up. So just pop that filter in there and the O-ring in there as well, and we should be able to put this together. Just put a little bit of lubricant on there, a little bit of oil just to make it, and we see we can put this little guy here through. Just slide it through so it's behind that little catch. Next we'll fit this little sock filter. So first of all just put the little rubber adapter, make sure the holes line up, then that feeds straight over the top, and then this little part clamps straight on like that. Now I'll also go ahead and reinstall this little connector. Probably easier doing it here than inside the tank. And on this little earth lead here. Inside the tank you can see there's 4 little lugs which hold the assembly, and at the front there there's another raised little section which the assembly clips into. So to get it out you slide it forward, and getting it in will slide it back in and clip it in. And here we've lowered the pump in, and then we just go ahead and clip it in like that. Pull it out, you would lift that little flap there and slide it forward. We can just reconnect this little sensor line, and the last thing we need to do is connect the outlet line to the bottom of the tank. Now the outlet line just feeds straight up here, and we will screw that in, and it will just spin around on the inside until we tighten it up. And we'll just nip it up. Then we can go ahead and connect there. So to reconnect, the O-ring's still in from when I took it out. We'll just snap that in like that. Can just maneuver the plate back down. Put all the screws back in. And reconnect this little guy, and I'll also reconnect the main fuse. a bit of fuel in the beast. We turn the ignition on, hit the, oh yes, and then crank it and see what happens. We can just refit these wires underneath and reattach the console. So there we have it, all back together again. If you've got any questions, put them in the comments. I'll see if I can help. See ya.